So essential knowledge. Point number 6. The reality continuum. There are an infinite number of simultaneously valid yet contradictory realities. On the depth of existence, the reality is we're all one. It's all just consciousness. This is all just the play of consciousness. You and I are one. On the surface of life, the physical level, reality is very different. You're you, I'm me, we're separate. You're over there, I'm over here. There's this cup, here I am, duality. The laws of nature differ in the different realities, the different levels of reality. And the reality, it's a continuum. It's a reality continuum. There are an infinite number of realities. A continuum, it's like if you're at the bottom of the valley, there's a temperature continuum. You see, at the bottom of the valley, it's hot. Take one step up the side of the mountain, no real difference in temperature. Another step, no difference. Another step, no difference. Another step, no difference. Slowly, 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 at the top of the mountain, it's cold. All linked together by no difference, no difference, no difference, no difference, through the temperature gradient, the temperature continuum. Existence is a reality continuum. And the laws of nature differ on each level of reality. You see? People get all confused when they try to take the laws of nature of one reality and apply it to another. They make a mess out of their life. For example, you don't think, well, I'm one with everything, and therefore I'm going to, in the middle of the night in downtown New York, Manhattan, I'm going to walk down a dark, unlit, spooky alleyway between buildings all by myself. If you do, you'll get mugged. Somebody will rob you. But so you have to understand the laws of nature are different on that level of existence than they are on the level where you're one with everything, so it doesn't matter. You see? Wisdom is aligning with the reality that best serves the moment. You see? And as you evolve, this is really important, as you evolve, the physiology becomes integrated so that you spontaneously function in a manner where though your attention can be on the reality that best serves the moment, your behavior, everything about you is integrated with all levels of reality, all the different realities. Now somebody once said, well, you know, you're just defining reality in a different way. Really, there's one reality. And I say, no, that's not really the right way. It's not really accurate. It's a little bit, that would be a little bit like saying, you know the old movie reels where it's one picture and then another picture and then another picture and they run it through the camera quickly and it looks like it's a moving picture? It's not really correct to say that that thing is moving. It's not. It's a trick being played on your eyes. Really, it's one frame, then the next frame, then the next frame, then the next frame. Like that, it's a reality continuum. Step, 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 step. Until polar opposites, up, down, hot, cold, are unified through the step. No difference, no difference, no difference, no difference through the reality continuum. You go up one side of the mountain, and then you go back down the other. Creates a circle. Those are called mandalas. And the 10 mandalas are the fundamental structure, Rig Veda, are the fundamental structure of the Veda. All knowledge is contained within that. you see? The gods. You have one value of the god. Say the god is Lakshmi, abundance, everything, you know. Another form, another value, another value, another value, until you go around the mandala to the opposite value. Say Kali, destroyer of everything, you know, just pure transcendent, everything else is just abolished, you know. Viewed from the perspective, by the way, of your karmic bubble, your identity, your limited thinking, Kali is terrible, because she's going to destroy the limitations of your being. But what she's going to do, she's going to give you knowledge. She's going to awaken you to that which lies beyond your current limited thought. You see? No difference, no difference, no difference, no difference, no difference. One is the destroyer, the other is the one that is all giving. You see? Be very careful of cross-realm projection. That's when you take the laws of nature on one reality and try to impose them on another reality. It doesn't work. If you can't pay your rent next month, you don't say, well, I'm just going to let go and let God. No. That's cross-realm projection. Letting go and letting God is, it's a state of physiology where you rest into your own true nature and live in harmony with Mother Nature. It's not a state of apathy or indifference or lethargy or non-actualization, you see. The whole world of spiritual understanding is so riddled with cross-realm projections, distortions in that sense. They make a mess of the whole thing. Freedom from desire. Oh, you know, I read about it, and when you're enlightened, you're free of desire. And so there are people that say, well, okay, I want to be a spiritual person, so I'm not going to desire anything. It's ridiculous. Freedom from desire, what that really means is that there's a level of your being that knows it's already one with everything, and so therefore it cannot possibly desire anything because it's already got it. It's already is it. But it's cross-realm projection to take that state of being, which is blissful, it's called bliss. But it's cross-realm projection to take that and try to project it onto the field of duality. In the state of enlightenment, you have desires. You may want an ice cream cone. Doesn't mean you're not enlightened. Transgradiently integrated. Isn't it a wonder? You can desire an ice cream cone on one level, when on another level you know that you are already that ice cream cone. It's your direct experience. It's not a thought. It's not a concept. You are the totality. All ice cream cones are contained within you. You have to make sense of all this stuff. The whole thing. The examples, we'll get into them, but the examples, they just don't stop. And the confusion, just like in Christianity with Jesus, I am the only way, or whatever he said. What he was saying was that I know that I am the unified field. I'm awake to that level of my being. And there's only one. There's not another one over there that you can do. I am that. I am the only way. And people took that and went off and running with it and just created absurdity with it. They made a mess of everything. When you really start to sort it out, and when all these different aspects of spirituality really start to make sense, then the whole world of religion almost becomes something like a what they call them, a grade B science fiction movie. You know, it's just ridiculous. It's like, you know, these natives find this computer and start praying to it. You know, and it's because they don't have any comprehension of what it really is about, and they make a mess of the whole thing. We're going to sort it out. We're going to sort it out. We're going to sort it out. No, and again, I want to say, I mean, no disrespect, there are certainly Vedic scholars out there and enlightened individuals out there that know all of this. Or do they? Because see, the one thing we're doing different here is we're putting it in the language of modern times. So for that reason, I would say that what we're talking about, even if you're a great Vedic scholar, even if you're an enlightened being, what we're offering here is a language that addresses the people of this time. And a big reason why the knowledge got lost in the first place is because the language froze. The knowledge is eternal. The way it's expressed has to change eternally to interface with the mentality of the people of the time. So we're fortunate that we live in a time of rational thought. We're fortunate. You know, people look at it, and now you have all these atheists because they look at spirituality and say it doesn't make any sense, and that is unfortunate, but there's a silver lining to that cloud, and that is that they demand that the spiritually oriented people take a step back and make sense of it. Sort out the mess. Cast aside the superstition. Cast aside the foolishness. And it'll purify the knowledge, just as Adi Shankara said it has to be done every generation. This generation, we're doing it. Jai Shiva.